don't be afraid to mess up. You don't need to be an expert going into it. You don't have to know everything about it. Just jump in, try it, and again, you have nothing to lose. So, I'm Elizabeth Schram. I am a graduating senior with an English major. I think I chose the Creative Jam because it was an opportunity to actually really work with people in person who I didn't know, but I kind of just wanted to throw myself into something different and just really work with the Adobe technology with the people from Adobe and see how they kind of do what they do, and also to be able to learn more about the technologies. I think if I had just done something on my own, I definitely wouldn't have learned as much as I did doing the jam. I competed in the film category. I have a minor in screenwriting, so I thought that that could be very applicable to what we were doing. I don't have a ton of experience with video production and actual filming, but I do know how to craft a story, and I knew that we would be doing something with that related to Clemson, and that ended up being a very useful skill as a part of our group. That was really something that we focused on, is creating a story and creating something that was really memorable and believable. Overall, it was a really positive experience. It was really nice to start the day off where no one knew each other. We all came in with our own ideas of what it was going to be, and really I didn't have any expectations. I was kind of just going into it ready to learn and excited. And we got there and we got the prompt, and immediately everyone in my team, we just started working together. I was working with 2 graduate students, a computer science major, a couple other English majors, so it was really a mixed group, and we each had kind of things that we were good at or things that we believed that we could contribute really well to. We were collecting people to interview in the library, and because Clemson has such a diverse campus, we were able to find people who spoke different languages, and so it was really easy to get them back into the studio and work. Overall, definitely a positive experience. I think just as a creative person, and especially as someone wanting to go into creative fields, collaboration is incredibly important. Basically, you can't finish a project alone. You're not doing something alone. There's always different people, different steps that you have to go through, people that can help you. Everyone's going to have a different opinion on something. And so it's really nice to be able to hear other people's opinions. And I know as a writer and an editor, I am constantly hearing opinions about my own work, and I'm giving my own opinions and edits to other people. And for my future career, that's what I plan on doing. Is if I go into publishing or writing or whatever, no matter what, I'm going to be working with other voices. I'm going to be working with other people. I went in with pretty little experience with video editing, and so I was able to learn from another girl in the group who she knew a lot and she had a lot of experience, and so that helped me, and I was able to use my own skills to help her and give her some new ideas. So collaboration, I think, is really important in general. You just get such a broader perspective. One of my biggest takeaways from the week leading up to the Creative Jam anyway, and also the Creative Jam, was just the fact that you don't need to be an expert in these technologies going into it. You don't have to be afraid to mess up. I went in not knowing the Adobe technologies really well, but I went out of it with a much better understanding, and it helped me in other projects that I had to complete for classes. And so I think that's one of the biggest things, is just don't be afraid to mess up. You don't need to be an expert going into it. You don't have to know everything about it. Just jump in, try it, and again, you have nothing to lose. So I would definitely participate in another Creative Jam. I think it was fun. It was something that I had never done before, really. It was a really new experience for me, and I think that it's definitely a useful skill to develop, to be able to work with people that, again, you don't know. You can just come into a room of strangers, and you know that you're there with the same goal. You want to create something that is really special and memorable. So I think that's what we did. Creativity to me is really an outlet. It's something that you can take your imagination and really use it for anything. And you can work with other people too, and really develop ideas. Clemson, in my experience in the arts, has really helped to cultivate my own creativity, and you always say yes to ideas. You know, people always, at Clemson, it's always yes, and thinking about how you can think about different ideas more critically. And I think that's part of creativity too, is just thinking critically and expanding your horizons, and not just being stuck in one path and one way of doing something, thinking how you can adjust to different situations. Yeah, I think creativity is really just using your imagination, being open to ideas and trying new things and not being afraid to fail.